outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 37 yards.
And the Bears first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action with Hurts. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
First down, Mayfield. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. These 2 teams all tied after 1. On 1st down, Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hurts throw complete here to Kmet.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Harris. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him. Because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7.
Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7.
Bears 21, Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On third down, Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off at the 23. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Mayfield on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10. They go play action. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Harris going to get it again on second down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, Hurts. It's brought in by Harris. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore. As time expires in the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Flush to his right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Play fake. Mayfield. Complete. Jefferson the target. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Run. Show me that.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Cook. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Mayfield keeps it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Baker Mayfield with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. On the move to his left. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he He's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 40. 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Bears 42, Vikings 28.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the give, this is Harris. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Harris going to get it again on second down. A little juke, and he'll power his way up near the 25. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete right side to Kmet. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you...
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the ground, it's Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They hand this off to Harris, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Harris. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Bears 56. Vikings 42.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24.
Vikings 42.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the red zone now, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Harris. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. This is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
He's brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.